Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your Windows 10 machine run faster and better than it used to. First thing you're going to want to disable is Quick Start. So this is a new feature that's been introduced in Windows 10 and it makes your computer boot up faster, except it's pretty much going to be booting up the same way that it used to be, like when you were previously using it. It's not going to be like a restart where it's just booting up and it's going to be like a different thing. It'll solve some problems when you restart. So when you're disabling the quick start, it actually makes it a better experience, because it is making it a little bit longer startup, but it is going to help overall make your computer better. So to disable this, go to Control Panel, then tap System and Security, then tap on Power Options, and then click on Choose what the power buttons do, and then click on Change settings that are currently unavailable. And then you're just going to want to disable the Turn on Fast Startup option. And as you can see, like I mentioned before, restart isn't affected, so the restarts are going to be much different than when you do with shutdowns, unless you have this feature turned off. So I would just recommend turning this feature off. The next thing you want to do is troubleshoot the different things that are on your computer. Now, this one kind of seems more like a problem-solve solution, but still, if there's something wrong with your computer, with any part of your computer, that could also slow it down. So what you're going to want to do is just go to the bottom left corner in the search box, and then just search up troubleshoot. And then from there, you could just troubleshoot either like maybe all of them, or if there's one certain thing that you know is really slowing down, you can just troubleshoot for that. And if there's something wrong with it, it'll tell you, and it'll tell you that how to fix it. So that's another good way to make your computer faster. The next thing you want to do is disable the amount of tips, like notifications, that you get. So these are pretty much just trying to tell you how you can make the most out of Windows 10, and depending on what you're doing, it'll give you tips, tricks, and suggestions. So as you keep on using Windows, you'll keep on getting these, and that's also a performance hog, so I would just recommend you turn this off. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is disable the transparency effects in Windows. To do this, just right click on your desktop and click Personalize, and then go to the Colors section, and then turn off transparency effects. Another thing you should do is keep your computer up to date. So that's both the software and the programs. So to keep the software up to date, go to Settings, then click on Update and Security. And then depending on whether or not your computer automatically searches for updates, or if your connection is a metered connection, you'll either see an option saying updates available, or if it says that there are none in your computer's up to date, just either way click on check for updates, and then there might still be one there. So just tap on that and then click install, and it'll just install the update for you. As soon as the update's ready, and if the update requires your computer to restart, you'll notice that in the bottom of your screen you'll see a new update icon. And whenever you're ready, just click on that icon, and then just click on Restart Now in the settings, like I'll show you how to do it right now. To keep the apps in the Microsoft Store up to date, just click on Microsoft Store. Once it loads up, just click on the three dots in the top corner, and then click on Downloads and Updates. Then click Get Updates, and then it'll update the apps that need updating. If there are none that need updating, it'll tell you that you're good to go, and you can continue using your computer like normal. The next thing you're going to want to do is just close out some of the background processes going on your computer. Now, please be cautious with what you disable, because most of the things in this program are actually going to be really important. So only turn them off if you actually know what they are, and if you know that nothing bad is going to happen to your computer if you disable it. So if you want to disable them, go to Task Manager, and then if you go down to the Processes tab, you can just right click on any process that you want to disable. So for example, in my case, I'm going to be disabling Steam so that I get more performance, and I'm just going to right click on it, and then I'm going to disable it, and it's gone now. There are also many other tabs in Task Manager that you can use, like performance, to see how fast everything is working, and this can be pretty handy to see how well your machine is running and to see if it's running normally. Now think about this, every time you turn on your computer, think about all the things that it has to do before you're able to use it, like booting up from the software and checking if all the necessary components are working and stuff like that. Now on top of that, if you haven't disabled the startup programs already, that's also putting a load on your startup, and it's going to make it longer because it's trying to turn on the programs on your computer so that they're ready for you when you log into your computer. And this actually makes your computer slower at the beginning and doesn't allow you to use it that much until a very long time afterwards that you log in. So to disable some of the startup options, go to Task Manager again, then click on the Startup tab, and then right click on any programs that you don't need on the startup. So in my case, I'm going to keep Windows Security and my Audio Manager on enabled, because those are things that my computer needs when it's booting up, like the speakers and stuff like that. You can also disable this, like in Steam. If you go into the Steam settings, you can actually disable this so that Steam doesn't open up every single time that you turn on your computer. The next thing I'm to tell you about doesn't apply to everyone, only to users of a hard disk drive. If you're using an SSD, you can skip this part. Now, every time that you delete something, a part of the hard drive is actually empty, and that empty space can actually make it slower for your computer to find files and things like that. It's just creating spaces in your hard drive, and it's making it harder for your computer to find files. So think about this, it's going to be a bunch of your data just going on and on and on, and then when you delete something, there's going to be a little space, and then after that it's going to keep on searching for whatever else you need and stuff like that. So if you want to prevent this, just go to your defragment settings. So go to the search box and then search up defrag, and then click on the optimize option so that you can optimize your drive and it will run much faster. Another thing to try, especially for all of you gamers out there, is to go to settings, then click on gaming, and then go to game mode. So in game mode, that's just going to be optimizing Windows for gaming, and it may possibly even make your game run even better, and it may give you a smoother experience. For all of the Intel users out there that are using an Intel processor, your processor is probably going to be able to use Turbo Boost, so it's just an option that's going to be making it more energy efficient and make it run even faster. So in the screenshot above, you can actually see which processors are compatible with it. So Turbo Boost, it's a great thing to have enabled. It's most likely going to be enabled, as Intel states that it's usually enabled on any new computer that has an Intel processor, one of the compatible ones. So unless it's not turned on, or unless you feel like it's not turned on, just go to your BIOS and then turn it on from there. The next thing we're going to do is get rid of some of the extras in Windows, like extra animations and stuff that you don't need. So to disable these, go to Control Panel, then go to System and Security, then go to System, and then click on Advanced System Settings, and then click on the Performance Settings. And then you can either pick from Adjust for Best Performance or Custom. So in my case, I'm doing Custom. The next thing you're going to want to make sure you're doing is making sure that your processor is running at its full speed, or is trying to anyway. Because if you've purchased like an Intel Core i9 or a really high-end CPU and it's not running at its full potential, you've pretty much wasted your money. So I'm going to show you how to make sure that it's going at its full potential. So in the search box, search up for Control Panel, and then open it up. And then once it loads up, just go to System and Security. And then go to Power Options. And then once you make sure that you're on high performance, click on Change Plan Settings on the right. Now you can click on Change Advanced Power Settings. And then scroll down until you see the Processor Power Management section. And then in minimum processor state, put at least a 90 or 80%. In my case, I'm putting 100. And for maximum processor state, I'm just going to be putting 100% because that's the maximum that I want. And the maximum, that's also what you should be putting as well. So that's how you can make sure that your processor is running at the best speed. The next way that you can improve the speed on your computer, specifically for laptops, is getting a cooling pad. So it's pretty much like a fan that you can get, and then you just place it under your laptop, and it's like an extra fan that keeps your laptop cool. And the one that I personally have has actually improved the speed of my laptop. I've noticed that. It does make it a little bit louder since, you know, there's two fans that are running, but it's still worth it because it's running so much better now. Or if you're running a desktop PC, just try investing in better cooling. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now you've maximized the speed of your computer. So now your computer is going to be running at full speed. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them down in the comments section below. And leave a big thumbs up on this video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.